Alright guys, welcome back. I'm going to finish off this land nav series. I'm going to talk about grid coordinates now. And 4 different types. You have a 4-digit grid, 6, an 8, and a 10. And all that means is it gets you more accurate or more pinpoint on the map. So we'll talk about that for just a minute. Spare almost took me out. Alright, 4-digit grid. Again, keep in mind that this is all dealing with military maps. But on a 4-digit grid coordinate, that's going to get you in 1,000 meter by 1,000 meter, which is a grid square. So 1 grid square on the map, a 4-digit grid coordinate will get you 1 grid square. On the military map, your lines that run north and south and east and west, on the tops, bottoms, left and right sides of your map, there's going to be numbers there. They're going to give you longitude and latitude lines, which you don't need to concern yourself with, but then it's going to give you a grid square number. So just say this one's 23, this one's 24, this one may be 60 and 61. You always read a military map right and up to get you where you want to be. So again, a 4-digit grid coordinate for this grid square here, if you're reading it right and then up, is going to be 6, 0, and then up. So right will put you at 60, and then up will put you at 23. So this grid square is going to be 6, 0, 2, 3, and that'll get you again within 1,000 meter by 1,000 meter grid square. So let's talk about a 6-digit grid real quick. This is where your protractor comes into play. Just say we had good old Mount Greylock up here, and we wanted to find a 6-digit grid coordinate to the top of Mount Greylock. It'd be the same thing right and up, so you'd have your 6, 0, and then your 2, 3 for the up. Then what you would do is take your protractor with this being your 0 mark on your protractor all the way till whatever map scale your map is. Ours was 1 in 25,000. So we had all the little lines that broke it down into 20-meter increments, which makes it a lot easier to plot your grid coordinate. So your 0 on the right side of your protractor, you're going to start on your right and up marks and just slide it over until this line right here on your triangle lines up with Mount Greylock, and then over here. Get that out of your way. And it may look something like that. So now you got your little hash marks on your protractor that go up and the ones that come over. So just say this one was on the 7 mark on your protractor, and this one was 7 as well for your elevation. You would just add that to your 4-digit grid. So we went right and then up. So it would be 6, 0, 7, 2, 3, 7 for our 6-digit grid coordinate, which is right here. And a 6-digit grid coordinate will get you within 100 meters of that location. Little more accurate, obviously, than the 4-digit grid, which puts you in the grid square. But it'll get you within 100 meters. All right, moving along, we're going to talk about an 8-digit grid coordinate. We'll leave these same numbers that we just had. And we're just going to add one more number to that, making it that much more accurate. So let's say this was the 7 and the 8 is over here. Well, our hash mark fell actually in between the 7 and the 8. And same thing up top. It wasn't quite at 7, it was in between 6 and 7. Actually, let me take that back. We said it was 7. So on this one as well, we'll say it was in between 7 and 8. So on both of these, our lines fell halfway between the 7 and the 8 on our protractor. So we're going to call that a 5. It's halfway between the 7 and an 8. So we'll just add a 5 to each of these. That's our 8-digit grid coordinate to Mount Greylock, to the top. And an 8-digit grid coordinate will get you within 10 meters. Alright? Obviously, the higher up you go, the more accurate you're going to be. 8-digit grid coordinate, pretty much all you need to concern yourself with. If you can come within 30 feet of something that you're looking for, or somebody, you're pretty much right on top of them. You know, a yell, a whistle, you should be all over that. A 10-digit grid coordinate is just the same thing. You're just going to add another number. And like I said, depending on which map scale you're using, like again for this one it was the 1 in 25,000s, so it breaks it into 20-meter increments. So you can get that much more finer detail on your map and actually bring yourself to within 1 meter of the spot you're trying to get to. And it's just the same process. All the little lines, let me just show it to you. All the little lines on your protractor. And the 1 in 25,000s obviously goes from 1 to 1,000. And then it's got the 20-meter increments in between these. And it may fall in between the 1 and the 2, and then in between the 3rd and 4th little hash mark. So if these are 20-meter increments, 20, 40, 60, that would be a 5 as well. And you would just add that to your 8-digit grid coordinate number, making it that much more finer. So we're going to bring this to the map. I'm going to get the map out and we'll see if you guys can't pick this up on camera and actually show you what it looks like on the map. So stay with me, we'll be right back.